Good afternoon. So I'm here with a new pistol that I got from Pel Packs, and it's basically a P17. This is the 2.2 version of Beeman. So it comes in this packaging here. Information says there's up to 300 FPS. I can tell you it exceeded that, no problem, in 2.2. Okay, so it comes with a decent paper manual. You know what do I like about this? It's very detailed. It's a nice sheet. And the text is way big enough to read, yeah, for old people like me with 61-year-old eyes. Okay, so Crosman, a little message to you: make them like this so you can actually read them, not print where you have to get a magnifier out. That'd be nice, thank you. Make great pistols, but rubbish manuals. Okay, so moving on. That's my little gripe, anyhow. So this is the Beeman P17. This is the 2.2 version. You can actually see the barrel from there, probably not in this light. It gets dark early now, so we've got very little natural light. So yeah, really nicely made, all polymer, obviously metal innards, metal trigger. These tend to be very reliable. It's got a nice fibre optic sight, fully adjustable at the rear for windage and elevation. And of course you can dry fire these. Obviously both of these versions have been tested, so checked, so they're completely pellet free. Been safety checked, so we can actually operate these and show you. So yeah, that basically, you pull that back and that unlocks the top latch, and then you've got to pull it all the way. Yeah, it sucks all the end into the piston. You put your pellet in the end of the barrel like that, bit like the old, yeah, the HW45s and 75s. And then this is the more tricky part: is you want to be able to fold it, close it up without touching that rear sight. So the best thing is probably use your palm. Fold it, lock it down, okay, and that brings the automatic safety on. These are probably great for youngsters. They're cheap. They're only about 60, 70 in UK, but obviously you need under adult supervision, obviously, so the adult would probably have to load it and cock it, and then allow the child to shoot it. Okay, but yeah, I think the size of the grip is probably great. I've got like medium hands, yeah, so you really be. A youngster could fire this no problem. It's not particularly heavy. It only weighs 784 grams, so 1.7 pounds. Okay, so you've got automatic safety, so you can just flick that on and off. So flick it off, so you got a red dot. And now with this particular trigger, this is the 2.2 version. You see, you got it looks like it's a bit of a first stage, and then as you pull it, there's a fair bit of creep before it fires, but it's very consistent. There is a little grub screw in there in the trigger. It doesn't really do a lot. I've had a little play with it. It doesn't really do a lot. That's probably the optimal setting. But apart from that, I mean, it's pretty well made. I mean, these things have been around a long, long time. They're all made in China. There's no caliber on the outside. If only visibly you'd be able to tell by the barrel. But if you open it up when you cock it, there is information actually. Well, you can actually see this in this light. Just about. There you go. And there is information, get it the right way around, actually you'll probably better read it. It says made in China, and it tells you the caliber. And that's the only place where you'll find the actual caliber is on these pistols, is inside there. So again, requires I think the best thing is to do it in one swoop, yeah, and you'll find it a bit easier. But obviously I don't think a youngster would be able to cock this, to be fair. Okay, so we'll just fire this action off. The sights are really nice. Just going to squeeze the trigger. Yeah, there's a little bit of probably about 10 mil with this particular trigger, about 10 mil creep before it fires, but it's very consistent. Okay, so that's the actual 2.2 version. Did some pellet testing, right? So I tested 3 different pellets with this to see what power it kicked out through my trusty R2A. This is a LMBR chronograph, and it's quite a few years now. And basically we tried the hobby pellets, I'll do hobbies 11.9 grain, JSB jumbos 15.89 grain, and the VMX Webleys 14.66 grain. 5 shots, it took the average. So what I'll do, I'll just show you this because then you can pause it. But every pellet did over 300 FPS, yeah. Even the heaviest, even the jumbos did they averaged 320 FPS with a 15.89 grain, no problem there. Okay, so just to show you this, I'll just scroll it up the best way so you can actually pause it. The actual spread of the deviations are very good on these. Yeah, very good. I mean, it was only two for the hobbies, 3 and 3 for the other two pellets. That's spread of FPS over 5 shots, which is really consistent. Okay, and these pneumatics, you find pneumatics are very consistent, and generally springs are as well. Okay, so that's the test of the pellets for that particular pistol. Did do a rested shot, 10 yards rested, semi-rested, say, just on the front of a bag, 5 shots, and sort of they group around there. So that's about an inch. Yeah, I did one was a little bit higher, but it's getting dark, very windy as well, very gusty today. So that might have affected that at 10 yards. Not normally. The 177 version, this is my wife, she's had it for about 6 years. Exactly the same. Again, the caliber is inside there. And I'll show you the trigger on this. Okay, so there you go. That's the automatic safe. Obviously, this has been safety tested, checked. So yeah, it's got a shorter, like a first stage. There's a little bit of movement before it fires. So this is a much nicer trigger. And that was, like I see, from the manufacturer. Both these pistols made in China, so they've been making them in China for quite a long time, because this is at least 6-7 years old. But yeah, they both, once you get used to the triggers, yeah, they shoot really nice. Comparison between the two. First of all, I did do a semi-rested with the 177. Again, shooting a little bit high, but you can make some adjustments to the rear sight to bring that down a bit. So that's pretty good. That's one I'll probably move that one there, but they've got 4 shots up there. And then the comparison between the two. I use these are Barracuda 15s, 15.89 grain with a 5.52mm head. These are quite a sharp, quite a tight fit in the actual 2.2. Yeah, but they do fit. You have to just make sure put a bit more effort in and make sure that pellet is all the way into the barrel and it's flush. Otherwise, you'll damage the seal at the actual piston end. Okay. And then Superfield for the 177, 8.4 grain. So the comparison between these two weights of pellets are both sort of medium weight pellets. So and this is the results I got. Again, 5 shots. Yeah, and I'll just show you that. So the actual spread and the deviation, you see further down, is very good, especially for the 2.2, only 2 FPS. Very consistent. Okay, so yeah, what do I think of these pistols? Yeah, I like them. They're cheap. So their pneumatics are very consistent, accurate. It has got a rail on top as well, so you can put a red dot on top. Yeah, I think it's about 11. I think I did put one on the 177 at one point. So I think it's 11mm dovetail, so they do fit on there. Okay, so if you wanted to fit a red dot on top to help you, almost certainly would help. But these are very good sights, like I said, they're true glow front and back. Yeah, if I just line them up for you, there you go. So yeah, and of course the adjustments on the back are pretty good as well. Yeah, pretty good. So yeah, what do I think? Yeah, they've been around a long time. I've been looking for a 2.2 version for quite a while, because my wife's had the 177, and I'm a big fan of 2.2 pistols. You know, plinking pistols like that, because they just knock things. They don't just knock things over; they literally blast things over. You ever seen some of my videos of me shooting the 2.2 version of the Webley revolvers, and there's a noticeable difference between knocking something over, a can over, and literally throwing it over. So yeah, so there you go. So yeah, that's the short review. I'll show you over these again. Like I said, this is, oddly enough, this has got a serial number on, but the 177 hasn't. I don't know why. You know, whether they just started putting them on later on. But yeah, so yeah, really nice mouldings. Quality seems like really robust. Like I said, been around a long time. So if you buy one, it's gonna last you. Okay, so there you go. I hope you like that short review. Well, short-ish review. Have a great weekend and take care. And thanks for watching. And subscribe. Free. You get free notifications. Doesn't cost you anything. Just subscribe, so you'll get notifications when I bring a new video out. Take care and thanks for watching.